We're going to talk about love, in particular the love of the divine, the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One of the things I think that is important to set out from the beginning is that the love of Allah for us is earned. Although the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is multi-level, it is not just simply conditional. There are those whom Allah explicitly says that He does not love them. Inna Allah la yuhib. Allah does not love those who do those acts. But if they desist from those acts, they earn the love of Allah once again. Equally, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, symmetrically, He says, Inna Allah yuhib. Allah loves those who do this. And this word hub in the Arabic language, love, it has, 60 different other generic words. It's not just simply one word. And I think this is one of the reasons why a lot of people, when they read the Quran, they don't read the word love, 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 love often, because there's 60 different versions of that word love. One of the things I think that is important to understand is that the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us precedes our complete love of Him. Whenever you hear Allah mentioned in the Quran, He says, رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُمْ وَرَضُوا عَنْهُ, that Allah was pleased with them, so they became pleased with Him. And therefore, you don't truly love Allah until His love has touched you. And it's through the love of Allah that we begin to love Him and love others completely. One of the most beautiful dua of the Prophet ﷺ is, Allahumma inni as'aluka hubbak. Oh Allah, I ask you, I beg you for your love. Wa hubba man yuhibbuk, and the love of those who love you. Wa hubba al-amal alladhi yuqarribuni ila hubbik. And oh Allah, endear me and make me love the actions that earn your love for me. In another hadith, the Prophet ﷺ, in the hadith in Sahih Muslim, he says, إِذَا أَحَبَّ اللَّهَ عَبْدًا, when Allah loves a servant of His, نَادَى Jibreel, He calls out to the Archangel Gabriel, and He says, إِنَّ اللَّهَ يُحِبُّ فُلَانًا فَأَحِبُّهُ. Gabriel, Jibreel, I love this individual, this man, this woman. I order you to love them equally. So Jibreel loves you. And then Jibreel is ordered by Allah to call out into the heavens, Inna Allah yuhibbu fulanan fa'ahibbu. Allah loves this man, this woman. All of you inhabitants of the heavens love them equally. And then Allah descends upon this earth, in this life, contentment and completion of service between Him and other people. And therefore, it's no secret that the prophets of Allah, who had many people who had an antagonistic approach with them, were protected by the love of Allah for them. So for example, you hear Allah speaking to Moses in Surah Taha, وَأَلْقَيْتُ عَلَيْكَ مَحَبَّةً مِّنِّي. I descended my love upon you. I sheltered you with my love, so that even if you are loved by Allah, Pharaoh cannot harm you. It's an amazing concept to receive the love of Allah. So Allah's love is this amazing thing that we seek out, that we seek to earn. And it's done by doing the things that are pleasing to Him. And for us as Muslims, one of the greatest ways to earn the love of Allah is to follow His Messenger Muhammad ﷺ, as is in Ayatul Imtihan, the verse titled by the scholars, the test or the criterion. قُلْ in Surah Ali Imran, إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهِ. If you claim you truly love and are devout to God, فَاتَّبِعُونِي. Prove it by following me. يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهِ. In that way, your Lord will love you. The final thing is that the love of Allah that we seek is gained by the love we express to others. And the names and the attributes of Allah, He is Ar-Rahman, the merciful. He is Al-Ghafur, the forgiving. He is Al-Kareem, the generous one. The concept of worshiping Allah through His names and attributes is that those very same attributes are things we use in our life, in our behavior with other people. How dare you or I stand before God and say, Allahumma ghfirli in the month of Ramadan, oh Allah, forgive me. And then you meet someone who has insulted you or has done something wrong, and you say, I'll never forgive you. You have no hope of ever being back as one of my friends. There's nothing you say that will change my mind. And that you stand in front of Allah, oh Allah, forgive me. That hypocritical self ends the love that Allah has for you. And therefore, if you want Allah to be generous to you, you're generous to society. If you want Allah to be merciful to you, you're merciful to society. And I end with that famous hadith of the Prophet ﷺ, إِرْحَمُوا مَنْ فِي الْأَرْضِ. يرحمكم من في السماء. Be merciful and compassionate to those you live with on earth. The one above the heavens will show you his compassion. In the same way, spread love amongst those who you live on earth. The one in the heavens will send his love upon you, subhanahu wa ta'ala. وصلي اللهم وسلم وزد وبارك على سيدنا ونبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.